A way of life. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. Just wanted to come on here to talk about the Sagittarius New Moon on November 26th. Sagittarius rules the ninth house and it's ruled by the planet Jupiter. Right now, we currently have Sun, Moon, and Jupiter in Sagittarius. The first week of December, Jupiter will change into Capricorn. So not only are we experiencing the end of a decade, but we're also experiencing this kind of energy shift. So what happens when a planet goes through a sign, which has been since it's been a year since Jupiter's been in Sagittarius, is that you'll receive some type of reward. Um, some type of it'll be the completion of something that you've learned in whatever area of your life this has played a role in. Jupiter represents staying open to life. It's the seeker and the explorer. It's here to rise. It's here to help you rise above, what you've been through. To see it from a higher perspective. To kind of ask, what have I learned? What do I need to keep? What has shaped me from this, whatever this is that I've been through. What has shaped my world view? What do I take and what do I leave? Sag is optimistic. It looks for inspiration. It wants to be positive and inspiring. And it wants to break free. Sagittarius is about freedom at the very, very, very least. They're probably one of the most freedom-seeking signs, aside from Geminis and Aquariuses. This can make you feel a little restless because it's expansion. It's really big energy. Anything Jupiter touch, it expands. So, that could, make you feel a little restless. Jupiter expands whatever sign that it moves through. You could have a desire to move to something new. This is a sense of being prepared to have fun. Especially with the holiday seasons coming up, this is a perfect energy for that. People might actually live their whole best life with this energy coming up. Of course, because Jupiter is moving into Capricorn, it might put a little damper on it, or you'll just be more adult-like with the decisions that you make. You'll still have fun, but Saturn is about discipline, right? And making good decisions. It's very structured. So you're going to kind of have that feel, but you're still going to have fun. Capricorn is exaggeration, propaganda. I'll spend as much as I have, as much as I want. I'll eat all the food that I want. In this energy, Capricorn is like, I don't think so. or you'll do all that, and then afterwards, Capricorn's gonna kick in and be like, all right, now I need to bang out for a whole week, 3 hours a day, do some serious exercising, to make up for all the food, and bang out a nice little goal that says, okay, I'm going to get my money up to this much to make up for, that all the crazy spending that I did. Your experience from the past. what you've learned, you're now taking, and you're gonna use it at a soul level. Um, that's that Neptunian energy that's coming in to play here. It'll just resonate at a soul level with you. Whatever that lesson is that you learned from Sagittarius being in Jupiter for an entire year, you're just going to look at it differently, but on a deeper level. It's going to mean more. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to make all the difference to anything else that any other negative situations that you experience from this point on. You're just going to look at it differently. And then you have Mars opposite Uranus during this new moon. So be open to unexpected changes. This can bring up things that you're angry about, that you're frustrated about, or that you resent in others. You may be impulsive or impatient, but you're going to want to try to resist that energy. Again, just tapping into that lesson that you learned and balancing that energy, right? Knowing that you are a different person now. And the best way to kind of work through this challenge is just to take responsibility for you and what you're obligated to. You will be challenged to handle things in a different way by listening, because Uranus will kind of be sending you these downloads of new kind of ways of thinking about things, and in the presence of chaos. And if you don't, then you might experience some kind of anxiety or be really anxious. So remember just to balance these energies. Mars is about action. Mars goes for what it wants. Mars is about it's very sexual. And Uranus opposing Mars, so it's liberating you, firing you up, liberating you in a sexual way. It's about acting on unusual ideas and being creative, releasing tension into harmony. Like, again, going back to that Sagittarius and Jupiter lesson that you learned. So when you're balancing it, you're gonna release it in such a way where it's a harmonious feeling, as opposed to an intense anger, or getting anxious and having some type of an anxiety over not being able to balance that energy. You'll have the urge to want to break away from anything restrictive or top-down authority to a more equal playing field. That's that Capricorn energy again. So we're breaking free of that. But because it's going to be into Jupiter, it's definitely going to expand that Capricorn playing field too. So being mindful of that. Anything Jupiter touches, again, it expands on it. So, you have the positive sides of Capricorn that'll be an expansion, and you have the not so positive parts of Capricorn that will be expansive. So, no more feeling like you have to fight to get something, but take a risk to do something in a more relaxing and social and daring kind of way without worrying about what people have to say. That's going to be the biggest part, because that is definitely a Sagittarius attribute. I do what I want, and I don't care what anybody has to say about it. See yourself in the universe in a way that brings healing and changes in belief and knowledge, because these are things that Jupiter represents, right? Through education and through enhanced education, right? Because Jupiter is not just any education, but your higher education, like your doctorate's degree, your PhDs, you know, higher level of education. Um, you're open to be compassionate. Sagittarius do wear their heart on their sleeves. Um, you know, there'll be an expansion of what feels good. Um, be open to change the way you think you should be doing something. Um, so doing something as it comes to you without a plan, without the structure. Um, you know, walking by faith. That's, again, because Jupiter rules religion and spirituality, right? So more of an instinctual feeling. You know, that's that soul level feeling. You know, do what you feel is right for you as if nobody's watching. And that wraps up this new moon in Sagittarius. Peace.